Okay guys, another subreddit I've been asked to tell about my weird D&D experiences, so I instantly thought about one session that went horribly wrong, and freaking hilarious at the same time, so I'll just leave it here for your entertainment. Apologies for heaps of swear words and general not safe workness of my story. With that in mind, let's hop into the cringe. Okay, once there was a dude at our local pub who always watched my team play D&D. I think he had been observing us for a few months. At some point he asked our dungeon master to join the gang. There was some consideration as the dude was clearly neurodivergent. He also smelled and did not put too much thought into his appearance, as in, he was overweight and looked unkempt. But since we saw the guy watching us for a few months, and he seemed to be sweet enough, our DM made an executive decision and allowed him to join our troop. So the guy, let's call him L, immediately took a liking to me. I could tell. He was not very good with social cues, so it was pretty obvious. I did not mind. He seemed harmless. L started asking everything about my character, especially about the looks, and he was absolutely horrified that I played an orc. A male orc ranger with the looks of a Bolg. Legolas's nemesis from the Hobbit trilogy. L was flabbergasted. "But you are so divinely beautiful! You can't be a man! You are lying to me!" The rest of the group had to swear that I've been playing Grig, my orc's name sounds like a painful fart, I know, for the last few months, and it's not against the rules to play a character out of your gender. El's character was an elf wizard, a Mazus. Yikes, I know. So he decided to use his stats to level up and become mighty enough to attempt, yes, you probably guessed it correctly, to turn me into a woman. He solemnly swore that he will dedicate his life to find a cure for my mental illness. If there is no subreddit, Orc Tranny hits the road, it bloody should be. Anyways, the group was entertained beyond belief. DM was annoyed but still laughed his fedora off. He was a true neckbeard, but a very cool one. DM and guys decide to assist L on his quest simply to see how he can pull it off. Craig was fuming. He was an orc, he had a cock, he's been places, and he's seen things. "Ain't having a cunt, you pointy-eared cocksucker." This was one of my favorite choice phrases used during those sessions. I could be potty-mouthed. No-brainer. I'm single. So, long story short, our elf wizard Amazus decided to team up with a Lich King who promised him the flowering fanny fasticum, a powerful evil artifact carved from the shell of a demonic oyster that could finally turn Greg into a fair maiden. Then Elf Wizard Amazus lost his not virginity, that's not happening guys, chaotic good alignment, and fully embraced the joys of being chaotic evil. Now he was the villain, and together with a bunch of succubi he ambushed Greg and dragged his stinking orc ass into the abyss. Azagrat, to be precise. There I was, tied to a ceremonial bed, succubi chanting, and elf wizard Amazus preparing the flowering fanny fasticum. Meanwhile, my friends were rushing to save me. Now, you should have seen El's face. He was sweating. He was drooling. I thought he was going to ejaculate. It was so gross that I actually started feeling violated. I looked at the DM for help, and he winked at me. At the very last moment, the flowering fanny fasticum has malfunctioned, and the DM started describing the scene, and I'm paraphrasing here, of course, but it's very close. "Before your lustful eyes you see an orc woman. She weighs at least 500 pounds. Her fat body is covered in thick black hair with beads of sweat glistening all over it. She gets up and lifts up her voluptuous stomach, and to your dismay, you see a massive penis, erect and ready to wreak havoc." L freaked out. He screamed. He scattered all our character sheets, tore some of them to shreds. He cussed and he wept and he ran away. And later in the night he sent me a Facebook message continuing his meltdown. One of the passages stated that I destroyed his masturbation routine, and that every time he's going to masturbate thinking about me, he will inevitably be thinking of the disgusting fat orc tranny that I am. I blocked his disgusting sorry ass. But, boy, it was the best, albeit the cringiest, D&D session of my life.